Welcome to another episode of the Permian Podcast, where we dive into inspiring stories and initiatives making a positive impact on our planet. Today, we have a special guest with us, Yani Saloh, the Community and SDG Specialist for Southeast Asia here at Permian Global. Yani, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Mike. Good afternoon.
Yani, you've been working for more than 25 years focusing on nature-based solutions, community development, and tackling climate change. Can you share a bit about your journey and what led you to this field?
Yeah, absolutely. My passion has always been centered around making a positive impact on forests, climate, and communities. Throughout my career, I realized that it's not just about achieving carbon reduction goal, it is about ensuring that our project bring positive impact to the community and biodiversity while fitting into the bigger picture of sustainable development. I'm a Dayak. I'm born and raised in Santara, Kalimantan in Indonesia. I grew up in an era when chopping down trees was main sources of Indonesia economy, tightly controlled by Suharto regime. Logging at the time was the road to the prosperity. But as time rolled on and the well out became clear, which are environmental issue and where indigenous and local community were losing their forests, livelihood, and essential resources like food and medicine. I spent 13 years at C4 starting in 96. There was a new way of thinking emerged to prove that forests are more valuable when they are standing rather than cut down. So one element of this, known as the REDD scheme, became the center of discussion. Then there was a plenty of talk, less action, but the results were limited. 10 years later, about 2015, we start to see some example that demonstrated forests can bring more income by remaining standing rather than being cut down. So proudly say that Katingan Project was and is one of the pioneers of this major shift. In 2021, I joined Permian Global. This is my second carbon project. This isn't just about carbon benefit, but also for the well-being of communities, climate, and biodiversity. So the project is not just about saving tree, but using the existence of tree and forest to improve people's lives. This has now become my personal journey, driven by a deep connection to the forest and a dream of a balance between people, nature, and prosperity.
That's a powerful perspective, Yani. Now, let's dive into the heart of your work. You mentioned that the community is at the core of your project, particularly in the vast 157,000 hectares of forest that you're managing. Can you elaborate on why community involvement is crucial?
Sure, 90% of Katingan Mentaya forest is peatland and in remote area that mostly only accessible by river and on foot. We are dealing with a massive area surrounded by 35 villages. The project facing significant threats like forest fire, illegal logging, wildlife poaching, unsustainable agriculture practice, and land encroachment. We have 200 staff, of which 80% are local people. While we have dedicated staff, protecting such an extensive area is impossible without the active participation of the surrounding community. So without engaging the local community, we simply wouldn't success.
It sounds like an incredibly complex challenge, Yani. How do you approach involving the communities actively?
Yeah, we getting the community actively involved in our project implementation is very big deal for us. We're not just offering financial incentive or cash. We are creating real action on the ground and lasting change. Our game plan involves offering the community decent job where they get paid for protecting the forest. And alternatively, we support them in transitioning to more sustainable livelihood. The key is to provide alternative livelihood, allowing them to shift from jobs that harm the environment to the ones that contribute to the well-being. So we are supporting local community in various ways, address basic needs, and improve quality of life, such as access to the quality of healthcare. We have a mobile floating healthcare clinic that visit 8 remote villages in regular basis. We support a village integrated healthcare services involving 35 villages. We give training for local healthcare assistants and raising awareness on a healthy lifestyle program and being involved in local zero stunting program. We also assist in education from early childhood development school to high school. We provide a daily school boat for students in 2 villages, over vocational training, and promote gender equality. In 7 villages, we run a microfinance and women empowerment program with 1,200 beneficiaries. This program supports small business development, helping community members start micro businesses at home. A notable success in our women-led microfinance program is in Mendawai, where 83% of the recipients, about 450 beneficiaries, are women.
That's quite a holistic approach. Can you share an example of how this strategy has played out in one of your projects?
Yeah, certainly. In the Katingan Mentaya Project, we are witnesses a remarkable change in how the community perceive their forests. By emphasizing the value of standing tree over cutting them down, we not only protecting the forest but also transform behavior. We are turn illegal loggers and wildlife poachers into forest guardian who now earn a sustainable income.
It's incredible to see this transformation happening. Do you have a specific story or favorite individual that stands out in this process?
Yeah, absolutely. I have my favorite man on the ground. His name is Mr. Inking. So Mr. Inking is used to be an illegal gold miners and wildlife hunter, selling pangolin for money. Through couple of engagement and offering him a job in the project and giving him capacity building, he is now a full-time biodiversity officer. He influencing other to protect the forest instead of exploiting it. So a story like Mr. Inking showcase the impact of providing job, empowering communities, and building pride in their work.
That's truly inspiring, Yanni. Now, I want to touch on the recognition of your efforts that's been received recently. Your project recently won a second prize for the Best SDG Award action for Big Corporation by Indonesia's national agency. How does contributing to the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, align with your mission?
Contributing to the SDG is very crucial for us. It helps ensure that our on-the-ground activities align with global goals, addressing interconnected challenges like poverty, inequality, environmental degradation, and also climate change. This recognition is not only validate our work for international market, but also contribute to the national SDG achievement. So this is complement to the triple gold climate community biodiversity standard certified by Vera that we have.
What does the future hold in store for projects like KMP and other such conservation projects?
Well, I think in the future, buyers will not only concentrate on the carbon sequestration and storage, but we also strive for a balanced approach, considering biodiversity, livelihood, and social benefit equally.
I see. How crucial is financing and carbon credits to fund such projects?
Yeah, it is very crucial because the fund is come from selling carbon credit to run the project. We are not relying on the government grants or other donor funding.
Is there a long-term plan to establish similar projects to KMP in Indonesia?
Well, establishing carbon project in Indonesia comes with both challenges and also opportunities. Currently, the main challenge is lies in the government policy and regulation, which significantly affect investors looking to start carbon project in the country. Despite this challenge, Indonesia presents a substantial opportunity for carbon project. So it is crucial to use the opportunity now because in the next 10 years, there might be gradual decline in demand for forest carbon due to advancement in technology for direct carbon capture and storage. Who knows?
How do you see things evolving with projects like the KMP?
The media and the wider global community is waking up to the potential of nature-based solution and to the detail and difficulties in making them happen on the ground, as well as measuring their impact and additionality. We are being increasingly scrutinized, which is good, to help differentiate the good project from the bad. Advance in technology and improve understanding and support from government and other stakeholders can strengthen and broaden the positive impact of this project in the future.
That's very remarkable, Yani. Thank you for sharing your insights today and talking about the impactful work that you're doing. It's truly inspiring to see how a holistic approach to community involvement can lead to positive change on so many fronts.
Thank you for having me, Mike. It's been a pleasure sharing my story with you.